Water. It's essential. We drink it, we cook with it, we use it to clean ourselves and our homes. We need it to survive. It's not a luxury, it's a basic human need. Yet for millions around the world, and even here in Newfoundland and Labrador, access to clean, safe water is a daily struggle. Imagine turning on your tap and nothing coming out. Imagine not being able to afford to flush your toilet. Now imagine you're elderly, living on a fixed income. This is the reality for far too many seniors. They're forced to choose between basic necessities, food, medicine, or water. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's a crisis. Denying anyone access to water is denying them their basic human rights. This image is sadly not a rare occurrence. Many seniors struggle daily to access something as basic as water. We need to do better. The United Nations agrees that water is a human right. They made it official with Resolution 64/292 back in 2010. This resolution recognizes the right to safe and clean drinking water and sanitation for everyone. It's not just words on paper. General Comment number 15 emphasizes that the right to water is a fundamental human right essential for living with dignity. It outlines that water must be sufficient, safe, accessible, and affordable for all individuals, especially vulnerable groups like seniors and low-income citizens. Governments and municipalities are obligated to ensure that no one is deprived of water due to financial constraints. Water services should not be denied based on unpaid debts or taxes, as this disproportionately harms those already at a disadvantage. Access to water isn't just about having a source nearby. It's about more than that. It has to be enough water for drinking, cooking, and hygiene. This is called sufficiency. For drinking alone, the minimum requirement is 2 liters a day per person. The water also has to be safe. It can't be contaminated with bacteria or chemicals that can make people sick. This is safety. Water should also be acceptable. This means it should look, smell, and taste okay. No one wants to drink water that looks like apple juice or smells like a bog, or conversely, smells and tastes like a swimming pool. Accessibility is key. People shouldn't have to travel miles or stand in line for hours just to get water, especially in the winter when many seniors are confined to their homes. It needs to be readily available where they live. Finally, water needs to be affordable. People shouldn't have to choose between paying their water bill, buying food, medicine, or heating their homes. These principles are crucial for everyone, but they're especially important for seniors who may have limited mobility, health issues, and fixed incomes. These 5 principles are non-negotiable. They are the foundation of the human right to water. Let's talk about affordability. For many seniors, water bills are a huge burden. They live on fixed incomes. This means their income doesn't change much from month to month. As the cost of living rises, their income stays the same. Water bills go up, and suddenly they're struggling to make ends meet. It's a recipe for disaster. Imagine having to choose between paying for water and buying groceries, or skipping medications to keep the lights on. This is the reality for many seniors struggling to afford their water bills. The stress of rising water bills can be overwhelming for seniors on fixed incomes. We need to find solutions that ease this burden. Section 5, a global crisis, water inequality around the world. The water crisis isn't just a Canadian problem, it's a global issue. Millions around the world lack access to safe, clean water. Take the people of Flint, Michigan, for example. Their water was contaminated with lead. This is a potent neurotoxin, especially harmful to children. Or look at the communities in Bangladesh. Their rising sea levels are contaminating their drinking water with salt. This makes it unsafe to drink. These are just 2 examples of the global water crisis. It's a crisis that disproportionately affects the most vulnerable, including seniors. Water scarcity is a global issue, impacting millions of people worldwide. We need to address this crisis on a global scale by first demanding our basic needs are met at the local level. Section 6. When the tap runs dry, the dire consequences of water shutoffs. When people can't afford their water bills, what happens? Often their water gets shut off. It's a black and white reply. You owe it, you pay up, or else. But water is not a commodity. You can live 1 week without water. This is no time for games or a business is business attitude. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's a public health hazard. Without water, seniors can't properly hydrate, cook their food, or clean themselves. This puts them at risk for dehydration, malnutrition, and infections. Imagine an elderly person unable to wash their hands or wash their foods properly. They are at a much higher risk of getting sick. This is not acceptable in a civilized society. Water shutoffs are inhumane and dangerous. To address this crisis on a global scale, it needs to start at home by recognizing water as a fundamental human right. Water shutoffs are not just an inconvenience, they pose serious health risks, especially for vulnerable seniors. Section 7. Water access is a human rights fundamental. This isn't just about feelings. This is about human rights. Experts around the world agree. They're sounding the alarm on the importance of water rights. The World Health Organization has been clear. Everyone has the right to safe and affordable drinking water. They've published reports. They've issued statements. They're not mincing words. Water isn't just about staying alive. It's about living with dignity while fighting to stay alive. We need to listen to the experts and act accordingly. You should demand your elected representatives respect our seniors and uphold these basic rights. Even a prisoner is guaranteed water in the respectable civilization. The evidence is clear. Access to water is a fundamental human right. It's time to ensure this right is protected for everyone, especially our seniors. You need to hold those responsible accountable. Section 8. Taking action. Protecting our seniors, protecting our future. We can't just talk about this problem, we need to act. We need to protect our seniors and ensure their access to water. This starts with our local communities. We need to pressure our elected officials to find solutions and to be ethical and empathetic. They need to implement policies that prioritize water affordability for seniors. Dare we say free? We can make a difference by taking action at the local level. Let's work together to protect our seniors and ensure their access to this essential resource. Section 9. Making water affordable. Fair utility rates and community support. One solution is to implement income-based water rates. This means that people who earn less pay less for their water. It's a simple idea that could make a big difference. Another option is to create assistance programs for seniors struggling to pay their water bills, orchestrated by local service groups or clubs. These programs can provide financial aid or advocate on seniors' behalf to find solutions such as payment plans and prevent having to escalate things to Supreme Court. We can also support community-led initiatives. Things like water banks and water delivery programs can help bridge the gap for those in need. This is how local service groups and clubs can help the most. Through community support programs and innovative solutions like income-based water rates, we can make water affordable for everyone. Section 10. Join the fight for water justice. Access to water is a human right. It's time we start treating it that way. We need to stand up for our seniors and demand water justice for all. If you don't speak up, they're not going to advocate for themselves. It is your responsibility to protect your elders. Don't be embarrassed. Talk to your neighbors, spread the word. Help others know that they are not alone. Together, we can ensure that everyone has access to this essential resource. Let's work together to build a future where water is a right, not a privilege. Let's join forces and fight for a future where everyone has access to safe, clean, and affordable water. The time for action is now.